Hi, Andrew Williams from Shecco. I'm here at the Frigair 2018 trade show with Ilana, the editor of the RACA journal. Ilana, welcome.
Thank you. Well, welcome for you, because to South Africa, it's actually, thank you for coming. Is it your first time?
Yeah, it's my first time in South Africa, but
Awesome.
enjoying it so far.
That's great.
I understand that you guys played an instrumental role in the organisation of this event.
Yes. So, I mean, personally, this is my third one, but we, as a company, as Interact Media, we partner with specialised exhibitions to actually put this together, and it's quite, as much as I've been to many of the international shows, and it's all nice, easy come together, and South Africa, it's a bit more of a challenge, but yes, we've been actually, I think we're in Friday now, we've been building up since Saturday. These guys have been putting in a lot of work, and we've been running around, making sure everyone's happy, sorting out the floor space. I think on the day we opened, there was still 6:15 in the morning, they were still building up stands, but it came together so amazingly. I walked in here on Wednesday when we opened, and I was so proud. This has pretty much been a 3-year build-up, and everyone is so happy. It's come together.
Great, yeah, well, congratulations. It certainly does look good out there. We're on the final day of the show now. What would your impressions be in terms of the direction of the South African HVAC&R market this year compared to the previous editions?
On the show specifically, this one, we've definitely grown, like I said. I mean, last time was much better because we moved venue, and this is the first time we're having a 3-year break instead of 2 years, but from everyone on the floor, all exhibitors, the visitors we've spoken to, it's definitely the best show yet. But we were up in visitors, there's more people, there's bigger stands, it's definitely, and the nice thing is we now have new exhibitors that we don't normally have, and they've actually brought in a lot of new technology and things, a lot of stuff you only see at the overseas shows. So it's really nice that they're finally bringing the technology to the contractors and the guys here. And the guys have been very open about, accepting towards it, actually, the contractors. They want to know about it. So it's been all around, I mean, the energy it's amazing. It's really, the vibe has been great. The guys are very energized. Also, I think it came at the right time because the South African market's been very tricky for the last 2 years. It's been very slow. It's been very depressed. I think this is kind of that boost that everyone was waiting for because we were having a lot of trouble with politics and things like that. So I think this is going to set us right again. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And obviously, as Shecco, we're interested specifically in natural refrigerants.
Yes.
We hosted our Atmosphere Network Frigair event yesterday. How would you assess the kind of current state of play and future direction of the market here, specifically for natural refrigerants, based on what you've heard at the show and what you heard yesterday?
I see, refrigerants actually comes up in my life a lot because I've been sitting on the phase-out committee with government, because I mean industry and government work very closely together here. I think over the last 6 years we talk about this a lot, and I think natural refrigerants have never been on the agenda from that kind of point of view. So yesterday being the first atmosphere that we actually you guys had in Africa has been we made history. It was incredible because there was the right people there. It was amazing. They had government themselves on the panel. We had end users, Woolworths were there, all the contractors, and the guys, they wanted to know more about it. They were very excited, and also it's a new way forward, which is nice because also, like we saw yesterday, there's 102 transcritical CO2 systems already in South Africa. So it's always been the guys driving it themselves. There's a lot of ammonia is very popular in the industrial side, like CO2 retail is picking up now. But there's always been a lot of hesitancy toward natural refrigerant in South Africa because we already have such a skills problem. We have issues with training. The money issue is always a problem because the equipment's still very expensive.
Sure.
But last time it was, according to me, it was sounding a success. I mean, from the first day that this actually came up as an option to how far it's come, it was amazing. The guys were very positive about it. There was good. We had the right kind of people there. The people had good questions, and government themselves actually said that they want to leapfrog over the HFC part and actually go to naturals. They see the importance of it. And even just walking around the show, I was saying to someone earlier, I've never seen I didn't even know we had R290 compressors and things like that, and the guys are really bringing it in. They were CO2 compressors. The guys are finally, it's becoming an option. Like before we had so many hurdles and there was no training, but now we have the training facilities, we have the equipment, there's really, the time's right now. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, just finally, we heard a lot about CO2 yesterday. We also heard about CO2 coming into the industrial sector a bit more as a competitor for ammonia. We didn't hear so much about hydrocarbons. What would be your experience of how the hydrocarbons market is currently and where it might go?
I think now currently, R600 is still, it's the domestic fridges, so that's already here. But we're now trialing R290 in the transport refrigeration sector. So the guys are really sharp right. So one of our big retailers are actually putting an R290 in this. So they're doing the case studies, the guys are finally looking to it. But Hydrocarbons in general, the guys are still a bit skeptical about it. But like we heard yesterday as well, it's mostly because people don't know. That's our biggest barrier, is the fact that people don't, they don't understand the technology, they worry about it, they get kind of scared about it. But the more we have events like you guys had yesterday with Atmosphere and stuff like that, the more people like understand what it's about, and then you can actually go forward. So I mean, there's definitely a market for it, but the guys aren't they're not comfortable with the technology yet, and they don't want to be the guinea pigs and then have something go wrong. So I think it's a very large educational element that comes in, and I think that's currently our biggest hurdle.
Sure. Yeah. Well, great. Thanks, Ilana, and thanks for all your hard work in organising the event out there. And it's certainly going to be interesting seeing where the natural refrigerant market develops in South Africa in future.
Also, thank you guys for coming down. I think it's been a long time coming, trying to get the shecco team to South Africa, and I think this is a good way to get to the rest of Africa. You guys made a good start, so thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.